Hi, we're Sister Sledge, and you're watching Mariners TV.
Okay, so where's a satisfying night's work in the end?
Yeah, got there in the end. As always in the FA Youth Cup, the lads start nervy. We had this exactly the same last year and the year before. And it's a big occasion for them. They know there's loads of people here watching, and especially how well we did last year in the FA Youth Cup. But in the end, the second half, much better, more South Shields performance.
I was going to say last year obviously put a lot of pressure on this year's intake to sort of emulate that achievement. Did you feel that in the early stages that maybe play on the mind a little bit?
Yeah, we knew it would play on the mind, with I suppose the situation in the world at the minute. We've had a later start, they've had lots and lots of information thrown at them over the weeks. We haven't had as much time as last year to prepare, to get as tactically ready as we'd like to. But as you can see out there, we got there in the end, so now much more to improve on, but the lads know that, and it's always good to celebrate when they eventually get a win.
You mentioned the extra challenges this year with the pandemic and the current situation in the world. How well do you think the lads are adapting to that so far?
Yeah, they've adapted really well. So obviously we started with restrictions, with non-contract training, and then come back in, they're still having lots and lots of stuff where they're coming in small groups. It still affects it a little bit, but it's good to be back training and getting them together. But yeah, they've adapted really well. We've got a great group again this year, and hopefully they can kick on a little bit.
After falling behind probably against the run of play, how pleasing was it to see the lads bounce back pretty quickly after that as well?
Yeah. We'd expect them to bounce back pretty quickly. You could see one top, there was no need to panic. Cut through a little bit too easy, the lads know that coming into the break. We speak quite a lot of the time about just taking a breath sometimes, manage the game well, and just keep playing our way. And we knew, I think they knew we were going to get there in the end.
There's a few lads in the second year here who didn't feature a lot in the FA Youth Cup last year. Do you think that the experience they had of watching the team do so well last year will give them that little edge to sort of achieve similar things?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, there was a add to the load. Some of them didn't always play because we had a real strong starting lineup. They were either on the bench or watching from the sides, and they've spent a lot of time with those lads, and they know what it takes. But that experience last year will hopefully, the likes of, we've got Charlie to come back in, Ollie McCulley as well. Dargany featured a little bit last year, so it should be in good stead.
Charlie McLeod scored the first goal. How impressed were you with his performance today and the threat that he posed on the right?
Yeah, Charlie's a great player, and he missed all last season with a back injury. You can see he came off just into the second half. He was really tired in the end. Charlie has great ability. He's fantastic to watch. He's one of those players you loved. He's a bit like Charlie. When you get him on the ball, you know a bit of magic's going to happen. And I think he showed that today again in little bursts all the time. And for him, it's just building his fitness levels up and producing that on a longer stint.
Oscar Taylor's another one who had a few tastes of the FA Cup last year from the bench. How impressed were you with him tonight as well, with his 2 goals and the sort of desire to score goals, get a fair few chances out there?
Yeah. Oscar, we call it just exactly what it says on the tin. Oscar scores goals, runs in behind, constantly runs in behind as well. He's very quick. He's got a real ability now. We absolutely love him. That is exactly what we want to do. He scores goals, he runs in behind, he causes danger. He's a constant threat.
The next round is North Shields away team that we faced last year in the run. How much of a game is that one that you're going to be looking forward to?
Yeah, it's another great derby game for us, so the lads will be up for it and loving it. It was a great atmosphere last year, and now the crowd situation is good, but it's always a good game against them. The lads will be up for it, and hopefully we can put a good game on and entertain the crowd.